Wow, so a thing happened. Oh! 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 I mean, just beautiful. This is my first ever manga. I've been collecting since OP12, and I pulled this out of a sleeved booster. Even better, it's a sleeve booster that my mom sent me. So thanks, Mom. And when I ripped that, you heard me just scream. It took me a minute to register what I was looking at, but it was just like, ah, it's a manga. So my first ever, and I'm definitely gonna grade this. So the question is, for me, is who do I grade with? You know, most people be like, automatically Beckett. You know, you send OP cards to Beckett. And I get that, I really do. You know, OP cards are so like well done and beautiful that you have a chance to get a 10. You have a chance, you know, even chances at black labels. I really think PSA is the answer. You can see here that I took a picture of this card front and back and put it into AutoCAD and, you know, scaled it. I did find out that a One Piece card is 2.48 inches across. So that's how I used to scale it and figure out what it would be at. And the front is fairly centered. And if you do PSA, front centering must be within 55, 45. They might say other things, but you can see that, you know, PSA has been a little stronger. I think it's actually 60-40, but I like to go for 55-45, and it's definitely within that. You can see from the borders, you know, just from the eye test, the front is very centered, very centered. I mean, very centered. You can see the pictures, but also just like, hopefully not blind you too much, but I mean, this is very centered. You know, and then the back. It says on the PSA website that it says, what is it, 75-25 for back, which is crazy that a top border can be 3 times thicker than the bottom border and still be considered a 10. So they're really keen on eye, like how does it look? So the back is well centered as well. And you can see here, you know, I'll pop it up here, but I also measured it. I think, you know, when I look at this, it's fairly centered. I would say it's a little bottom heavy. So, which makes, you know, I think I see that in the pictures as well. And so it's a little bottom heavy, but that doesn't stop it from getting a PSA 10. So I don't want a 9.5. I would like a 10. And, you know, the question is like, okay, are you just doing it because you might want to sell it? No, this is my first manga. I, though, would like something that says 10 on it. So why not Tag? Tag, I am loving Tag, by the way. I love their slabs. I love how it's going. But for liquidity sakes, just in case, say I get an opportunity to get a card that I've been dreaming of or anything like that, and I need the trade value or the cash or whatever it is, PSA is where it's at. Everybody still just wants a PSA that for liquidity sakes, and you can move it quickly. So I'm gonna grade this with PSA. I know, is that a mistake? What do you guys think? Doesn't do it justice. But yep, PSA is where it's going. Now, the question is, now everyone's favorite thing, PSA upcharges, right? And they do upcharge. If you send it, if I put this in a bulk submission, I will not be putting this in a bulk submission. I'll be sending this through Express. And so why am I sending it through Express? The assurance value for Express, that's 20 days with grader notes. I have never done this before. I don't even know what a grader note would be. Is the grader gonna be like, pretty, check, 10. You know, I don't know. But like, they're gonna give it a 10, and it's gonna take 20 days I have a submission that I did Value Plus at PSA, and I sent it in November. Still haven't got it back. It's in QA right now, so we'll see. We'll see if it actually is 20 days. But it's gonna cost $150 to send this card. The reason why I'm choosing Express is because last solds on eBay, I checked this yesterday, it could have changed. This was at, the low was 2,300 and the high was 2,600. So that $2,500 insurance value, if this gets a 10, will be covered. I don't have to worry about, hey, we're gonna charge you another $100. We're gonna charge you another if I sent it Value Plus. Plus, you know, I don't want it at PSA that long. I want it back. So we're gonna send it. It's gonna cost me, with shipping and everything, about 200 bucks to have this graded within 20 days. And that's a little crazy. If you send it to Beckett, you could do that Express as well. Let me know, am I making a mistake? I really rely on the community that I've built here, you know, on the TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and everyone that has reached out to me. I really appreciate you for helping me like build my decks or my collection or cards. You know, I'm so grateful for all of you. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. So I'm sending it to PSA, and I think that's the right choice. If someone says throw that in an Enel deck, you know, you're gonna get a smiley face from me in a comment. It's not gonna happen. So I'm excited. I'm excited that this is my first manga and I get to add it to my collection. My graded collection is starting to look really awesome and I love it, which is so funny. I get these comments all the time. They're like, you know, or just don't grade, just play. And I hear that, but like, I love the sense of looking for perfection and, you know, sending it to somebody like, hey, do you agree? This card is perfect, right? And I like the sense of, there is something to be said that down the road, like, I believe in One Piece. I think One Piece is one of the greatest stories ever written, ever told. So 20 years, 10 years from now, whatever, if I want to start selling off some of my my collection, then I have that opportunity because I know, my heart of hearts, One Piece is going to be through the roof, equal with Pokemon in my mind. So here's what's going to happen. I really would like you to subscribe, follow, whatever it is, push that button and see what I get. Let's see if this gets a 10. If it doesn't get a 10, I don't know. It needs to get a 10 in PSA. So follow along, see what it gets, and we can talk about it some more. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for everything. Let me know in the comments, am I making a mistake? If this is the right thing to do, or you agree with me, or you think collecting is good, or grading is good, or you think grading is really bad. Let me know, because my heart of hearts, I think you need both. You need players and collectors. Players are number one. Players will always be number one. And then collectors. So this is PSA, follow along, let's find out what it gets.